recording. Start streaming. All right.
All right.
And you see the game up. Welcome.
No, not yet.
Welcome to the Mechanics Institute Tuesday night marathon for November. My name is Abel Talamantes, the chess director at the Mechanics Institute, and joining me is FIDE Master Paul Whitehead and Judith Starre is in the back room, chief tournament director of the Tuesday night marathon, manually pairing all games as part of a cool little online event that we offer. But round one is tonight. How's it going, Paul?
I'm hanging in there. I've got some cold coffee, and I'm ready to. Actually, I'm almost out. I'll have to get a refill at the break.
Yeah, we have 2 rounds tonight. For those of you that are new to the marathon, first round 6:30. It just started, and we have round 2 at 8 p.m. since it's game in 35 plus 2 USCF rated. The Tuesday night marathon. I'll put the marathon page link in the Twitch chat. The pairings are up there, and what everyone's watching right now is our board 1 with Grandmaster Gadir Guseyanov playing black against Kalen Melville, Mechanics regular.
All right. So we have like a King's Indian sort of setup here. A little, black has a nice dynamic position, and this is going to be still tough, though. White has, White can maybe get something going on the queen side. If black plays f4 and bishop f2, I don't think black wants to do that. So black still needs to sort of organize something here. The thing I'm worried about for white is the king in the middle. Maybe white should start with bishop d3, and then maybe the idea of even playing king d1 and king c2 here.
And then keeping the rook on a1.
Yeah, keeping the rooks on the h file and the a file.
And moving on to board 2. Board 2 here is FIDE Master Kyron Griffith playing white against Jonah Bush.
All right. Well, I like Jonah's game. I mean, this is, this is a dynamic position for black. Isolated queen pawn, but I mean, this is my kind of game here.
And I think Jonah and Kyron played 2 marathons ago. They played a game. It was actually a really interesting game. And we know Jonah beat Elliot Winslow in one of our Tuesday night marathons, so he's certainly capable of playing a strong game. Judith is telling me all games are going.
Uruguay.
Yeah, hey there.
Yeah. Well, how do you think? I like black's donkey at c6.
Or the spike.
Yeah.
The spike on c5.
The donkey. Yeah. I like these kind of positions for black. I think black is equal here. What about board 3? What's going on board 3?
And board 3, we have Grandmaster Jim Tarjan is black playing
Legends of Chess.
Playing Chelsea Zhu.
Well, this has barely gotten out of the opening here. This is some kind of, looks like a Nimzo where black went back to bishop f8 and then played e6 and then e5. So we have one of these typical kind of complicated positions, cramping pawn at e4 now. And usually white has to be a little careful that to play f3 early, I would say, is usually the right idea here.
And we'll be keeping an eye on Jim Tarjan, certainly one of the favorites in this Tuesday night marathon.
Yeah,
Going to board
one of the
4.
legends of chess. Beat Kramnik.
The
Let's not forget.
That is right. And here we have the defending champ, International Master Elliot Winslow, against Javier Silva.
So this is an incredibly competitive tournament. We have 4 players that could win this thing outright, and we've already seen Elliot. I'm not so sure about A4. Black seems to be giving up all hope on the queen side, and White should now probably switch everything over to the king side. The rook can come up to E3. The other rook can come over to E1. I like White's game a lot here.
So let me flip to this game.
Not good for Black.
This is David Flores Gomez against Michael Walder. It looks like
they've already played a zillion moves in a few minutes.
Yeah, and we've said before that David shows flashes of brilliance in his ability to play quick, but sometimes he lives by the sword, dies by the sword. This might be one of these times when
well, he's 3 pawns down. And there's a nice donkey at D3 there that's cramping White's style.
Black's got 2 rooks and a knight, and he's got rook and two minor pieces.
Yeah, and Black's up the exchange as well. So this is just a hopeless case here for David. Moving fast I don't recommend it unless you're Anand or something like that.
And moving on to this other game in the top section, this is Nicholas Boldy as White is playing National Master Arun Dixit.
Okay. Now you have a typical kind of, looks like White should just play B4 here.
And Arun joining us online. I think this is his first online TNM. He's played at Mechanics before. But he lives in Sacramento. They used to drive from Sacramento to play the Tuesday Night Marathon.
Right,
so that was some commitment there. So joining us online. We have one game that ended already. It was Nitish Nathan against Ayan Zaman. And this is the ending.
These are two kids, huh?
Yes, correct. So
kids play fast.
Yeah, down. Down a lot, and it's going to be more. So.
Yeah, this game is over.
Nitish has some time to himself right now. So.
Alexi Root, hello.
Hey, Alexi. And let's go back to actually let's check on Kevin's son because
Kevin, my man. Kevin is my man.
The top board in the lower section, Kevin's son is playing the top seed in the under 1800 section because we have 2 sections. So this is Kevin's son against Philip Gerstoft. But I was joking with Judith and you in the arena chat that Black cannot ignore the danger of Kevin's son. So hopefully he has his guard up because Kevin is getting better by the day.
Yeah. Well, I like Black's position here too. It has a dynamic, but this is still a lot going on here. So. Although pawn to b4 looks kind of strong here. What's going on? Has Kevin dropped the e4 pawn?
Gonzalo likes Black here.
Yeah. Well, here comes pawn to b4, and then knight takes e4. So I'm not sure what Kevin's doing here.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. Let's go back to board 1 with Gadir and Kalen.
Okay, so Okay, Gadir is just kind of biding his time there with King H8. And, sometimes we can take heart from moves like that because they can, it can be a sign that our opponent doesn't know what he's doing. Or not that he doesn't know what he's doing, but that, hasn't yet hit on the right plan here. I'm still liking white playing bishop d3, king d1, and king c2. White has to be ready to take on e4 with a piece. Otherwise, black's going to play like knight. Yeah, the f-file get open. And also black could maybe stick a piece on g4 with knight f6, knight g4, something like that. So white needs to slow down here on the queen side, I think, and take some time and put his king in a safe spot.
And white.
So king h8. Why does the grandmaster cross the road? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's why the chicken cross the road, but why did the grandmaster cross the road? And king h8. It gives black it gives g8 as a square for the rook on g8, and also maybe the knight can go to g8. And it's one of those high-class waiting moves. Sometimes the stronger player will just wait around and see what's going up.
And Lexi's in the chat, where's a safe spot for the white king? And Paul earlier was saying exactly what was played here, bishop d3, but then with the idea of king d1, king c2.
Yeah, leaving the rook on the A file where, I think, where it exerts some pressure. So I think white's so far doing kind of okay here. I'm not seeing anything materializing yet for black.
All right, so let's move on to board 2 and take a...
Just don't get scared.
Let's take a peek at Kyron Griffith and Jonah Bush.
Okay, so black has decided to move the pawn up. It can be difficult to play these isolated queen pawn positions here.
Yeah, especially against someone like Kyron, who's...
Yeah, so this game is still unclear to me.
The time is somewhat balanced, so we'll see how that
goes. Still somewhat unbalanced.
Let's check board 3. Jim Tarjan, Grandmaster Jim Tarjan against Chelsea Zhu.
See, this is a problem for white here. Is like, he's completed his development, but what's he going to play? He's got to either play for b4, and that's basically all that he has now, or she has rather. And I would have preferred playing f3 earlier and trying to undermine the center. But it's not going to work very well with the bishop on b2 because there's no protection on e3. And I'm afraid that white is going to drift here, and this is going to end up. Also, black has the idea of playing the donkey to d3. Once a donkey ends up at d3, watch out. Actually, and what are some of the other names we had last week?
And this is in reference to Gonzalo, who's in the Twitch chat from Uruguay, talking about some of the street chess names for some of the pieces. So
yeah, street chess.
There was the donkey.
Yeah, the donkey coming into d3.
And then the queen was the mama.
Oh, the mama.
And the bishop was the spike. The spikes.
The spike. Okay. I love this stuff. This is all that I care about.
Let's check board 4 with Elliot Winslow and Javier Silva.
Oh my gosh, queen c7 check. Black looks like he's on the ropes. Well, of course, being 2 pawns down now is even... White can just trade queens. Yeah. This is just bad.
Just bad.
Yeah.
Just bad.
I mean, white can play queen c7 check, exchange queens, and then run the H pawn up the flagpole.
Ends equals donkeys.
Yeah, the donkey. Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing I don't like about White's game. He doesn't have any donkeys. You know?
The pawns are dwarfs.
The dwarves. That's right.
So let's check this game out with Christian Clemens is White here against Kevin Fong, Chess Appeals.
All right, we have one of these classic, you know, Mar del Plata kind of scenarios here. King side attack versus the queen side attack out of the King's Indian. This could even be a book position. It looks to me like h3 is a bit of a waste of time. Black's just going to play g4 anyway. I mean, you know. And b6, yeah, is that necessary? I don't know. These positions are tough to play here. I agree, h3 probably not that good. Although g4, you know, g4 gains some force, but it also might lose a pawn. So that's part of the, you know. But Black can play g4, takes, and then queen g6, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, typical Mar del Plata, but Black shouldn't waste too much time on the queen side and needs to keep his eye on the ball there and play g4 pretty soon.
Let's go back and do a check-in on board one with Kalen Melville and Gadir.
All right, well, I mean, here White is initiating action with taking on d6 and then playing knight a4. And I don't like this. I don't think White should have taken on d6 and the insecure king position continues to be an issue here. It is attractive to play the knight into b6, however. But it just seems to me Black might even play bishop takes a4 here, and then play the rook over the c file, and boom, he played it.
Done.
Black is looking for an opportunity to take on e4, where White has to take back with the pawn, probably. And see, this is risky for White to play like this, I think.
Let's check in on board two with Kyron Griffith and Jonah Bush. And
so we're getting some minor pieces exchanged, and, you know, hopefully for Jonah, the weakness of the d pawn doesn't sort of loom too large, which it might. Let's see, bishop f5, queen f5. Can White play knight d4? It looks like he might be able to. And this is the big question now. If White can play knight d4 without any problem, I guess he figured he couldn't. Maybe queen g4 or even knight f3 check. No, maybe not. All right, so Kyron is just going to try to play against the d again. This looks still dynamically equal in a way. I think Black has a lot of play here.
We'll see how this one keeps shaping up as we move to
board this is three. A very interesting game here.
We have Grandmaster Jim Tarjan against Chelsea. So she just played knight f4?
Right. So it's still piece play here, but I think Black has more potential. Black has potential with h5 and a6 and b5 and pawn g5 and knight to d, donkey to d3. You know, there's all kinds of possibilities here for Black that White doesn't seem to have here. So Black has quite a plus here now, I think.
Black's got more options.
Yeah, options are the thing. Yeah, diving on the F3 pool.
Let's check this game that we have not.
So weak squares are pools, huh?
Pools.
Where you can go and dip your feet, where the donkey can go take a drink.
And D6, played by Tarjan.
Knight to E5.
And Michael Walder won his game against David Flores. Hey, Michael, he's in the chat. No upsets, but only 2 games have finished. Your game finished quick.
Yeah.
No upsets yet, though. And Michael Walder might be asking because he wants to have the shot at producing one of the upsets, which he is certainly capable of doing.
You know, one of these days, Michael is going to win this tournament, and convincingly. Everything, the stars are going to, you know, what do they call it? Align. And Michael's going to have a tournament where he's going to beat a couple of IMs or GM and take first place. My prediction, it's going to happen.
And here we go. I think Michael Walder's asking the lineup. Well, on board 1 is Gadir Gusenov. Board 2, Kyron Griffith. Board 3, Jim Tarjan. Board 4, Elliot Winslow.
Let's go to board 4. I don't think we've looked at Elliot's game in a bit.
Yeah, he was dominating. Still is. Or winning.
Well, this is two pieces for a rook, but yes, it's not looking good for Black.
Yeah.
Black has a pawn at C6, or wait a minute, that's a bishop. But this is this is looking quite bad for Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not shaping up well.
No. If I was Elliot, I would have played King F2 there. I think a king looks a little more vulnerable on H3, but I'm just nitpicking.
Let's go back to Gadir's game on board 1.
So White just continues to play, you know, sort of aggressively here. And
no, that's no room.
Black is getting out of the pin. So Black is now getting ready to take on E4 and play knight F6. And, you know, I don't want to say that this game still might have some chances for White, but yeah, I think Gusenev is still waiting for something. But it's looking, you know, if it wasn't Gusenev, I'd say that White still has some chances, but the king is the issue here for White. And I would not have played like this with opening everything up and without cause, in a way. I think White would have done better to keep the queen side closed. And okay, so this is some gutsy play here.
Yeah, and Mike Walder, we checked in on that game with David, but you know, we were expecting it to be on move 6, and you guys were like practically exchanged all the pieces already, and you were like a rook up or something.
So Black can win a pawn here, right? With F4, with like bishop F6 and some combination of, or F4 and now bishop F6 and queen E7, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, the queen can go to E1, but Black has a definite target now, and it's the white king there. So G5 even maybe coming up, and rook G8. This is the wrong place for the white king, I think. White needs to create some serious counterplay now, and quickly, on the queen side.
Well, let's check in on Kyron Griffith's game.
I agree. This is a killer attack. This game is still interesting. And I would, I would like black's game better if that pawn was at that pawn at b6 was at b7, because then the knight could just go nicely to c6 and be very secure there. But still, black has play here. I mean, knight c4. What happens on knight c4? Yeah, I think Jonah is holding his own here still.
Knight
c4 looks like a good move, and then d3. So knight c4. Maybe white's going to play queen b4 or something, but it doesn't look like it should go anywhere.
And I guess
yeah, I'm not convinced that Kyron's played the strongest game here. Is that a polite thing to say? I've got to find the words that sort of are to the point. Knight c4 looks like a strong move for black here. What's white going to do? I mean, the pawn at b2 is attacked. If queen e2, then pawn d3. Why not?
Yeah, and
queen e2, pawn d3, knight c4, queen e2, pawn d3. I think this is looking good for black even. Maybe even better for black.
And Mike Walder saying polite and chess kibitzing.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, usually it is not a problem. And Felix won his game.
Good.
So he won. Moving over to board 3.
Okay, so Tarzan left a pawn hanging at e4. Why can't white take it? White is asking himself the same question. What happens if I take your pawn, Grandmaster? And does anybody see the reason that black is now winning by force? I'll leave that as a question.
Like a chess problem here.
This is a poison pawn, folks. Knight takes e4 is the losing move. 1, 2, 3.
Something dark is about to happen.
It loses terribly. And it does have to do with donkeys.
Well, you said by force.
I think black is just checking his calculations here. Knight e4 is a blunder. And
you saw it right away, though, too, right?
We can give a banana to the first person who dark moves.
We can give an autographed copy of Paul Whitehead Teaches Chess on CD-ROM.
All right, knight e4, bishop e4, and then what, folks? Do you see that? Do you see black's killer move after bishop takes e4? Here it comes.
It's nice.
Micro Bear has
there it
seen
is.
it. Yeah. Well,
no.
This is John Grief had a expression here, and he was going to write a book, Abel, called "Practical Shots for the Tactical Pots."
That's a good name.
Yeah, but he never wrote it.
This is a fantastic little TNM move there.
Yeah, you've got to master your 1 and 2 move tactics. That was kind of a 3 move tactic, but still, it should be within the reach of and it's a good lesson, I suppose.
And Chelsea is saying, well, this is what a GM does.
Yeah.
Because that's brutal right there.
Yeah. So I suspect white will resign here, or should resign.
Oh, you almost want to see the resignation just to finish this off. Oh, yeah. So, do we have the spreadsheet result? Hold on.
I'm not sure what King H1 accomplishes. Yikes. Oh.
Yes.
Tarzan is the one who defeated Kramnik.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
And Tarzan was the world's 100th grandmaster. I said that earlier. Which is, really remarkable, I think. A remarkable achievement. It was 1973, I think, or 74. He became the world's 100th grandmaster.
Hey, look, let me flip to this game here with Kalen and Gadir. Oof.
Black is a piece up.
Yeah.
So this has been I'm not sure what happened here. Well, what happened was the G file got opened and Black is now a piece ahead. And the threat is Bishop F5 though. Oh no, it's not. Queen B7. So it doesn't look like White even has a viable threat here.
And Elliot Winslow has won his game against Javier Silva.
Right. And H3 is a fine move, taking advantage of the fact that White can't play Bishop H3. And this is just desperation. G4. After F takes G3, Queen H3, Pawn G2 check. Yuck.
Yep.
Kalen.
We're going to have a result.
You had a
here.
good game there, I think, during the middle game.
Gadir wins that game. Back to this one. And Jim Tarjan trying to find the best way to proceed here.
Yuck is the new chess analysis. Well, Tarzan's already won the game. I think. Knight D2 check and knight takes F1 is going to leave Black up a whole rook. So
let's check on.
It doesn't make any sense that White's still playing on here.
Kyron and Jonah here.
Oh, so Queen F4. Knight B2, Rook D4. White's well centralized in that position. I wonder if Black can get a little fancier by playing something like D3. And if B3, then Pawn D2. I don't know. I guess then Rook E2. I mean, the simplest for Black is probably to take on B2, but the knight could get... Okay, so what about knight B2, Rook D4, knight D3? White suddenly... White can play Rook D8 check, Rook D8, and then Queen C4 check. Very, very... Elliot's
yeah.
Elliot's there. I was talking to Elliot earlier, and I was saying maybe we can send him the link to join in the chat. I don't know. And maybe Alexi too, if
Sure.
That's possible. I don't know.
You're fine with it, yeah.
I'm fine. The more the merrier. So what about knight B2, Rook D4, knight D3, Rook D8, Queen C4 check, and then move the king?
Yeah.
Probably equal game.
Let's check in on this game here with Arun Dixit and Nicholas
Black
Boldy.
has 2 pawns for the exchange. This must be good for Black.
So you entertain everyone while I send off the links if they're interested.
Black has a good game here. Yeah, it's possible if white can somehow get to that e7 pawn or play f4, f5 or something. Yeah, Elliott might join if we can get him the link. So better for Black, certainly considerably better. Elliott used to be shy about joining. Elliott's shy. That it just amazes me.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's not.
It's an oxymoron. It's a joke. It's a cosmic joke.
It's not real. There we go.
Oh, no, that's true. At the building, he didn't want to sit down. That's true. Remember, we were always encouraging Elliott to sit down. Please sit down.
He sat down.
You're going to join the...
What is he talking about? He sat in.
Yeah, he did.
Let me get...
Yeah, I was trying to sit down and he didn't. See, I don't mind a little anarchy, obviously, and neither does Abel. I think we feel confident that we're able to control the maelstrom around us.
Yeah, we thrive in a little bit of chaos. If there's no chaos, we worry something's wrong. All right, shortly. Did I do that yet?
Nice position for Black here. Still. Can we get up to Gusenev? Oh, Gusenev must have won.
Yeah, I'm just getting everything prepped here.
Gusenev won, and on board 2 was Kyron's game. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And on board 3, we have Elliott, who won.
Oh.
And now this is board 4? No, board 3 is Tarjan, who's winning.
Hey,
Yeah.
Alexi, want to join? I believe Alexi was about to join, and then
Coming up is the famous Alexi Root, former women's champion,
yeah, U.S. champion.
author. Yeah.
And
It's saying the host, I think you have to let her in.
oh, is that the? Oh, let me see here. Oh, I may have to. Let's see.
And so Black is switching the bishop over to the
there
other
it is.
diagonal, which is a good idea, I think, maybe,
There
to
we
target
go.
F2.
Oh, that's kind of funny. How did that get in there?
What was a Swedish vampire is the host will let me in?
Hey, Alexi.
Hi.
How's it
Hi,
going?
Alexi.
Good. Yes. Mike's making jokes. A Swedish vampire movie. Let me in.
Oh, let me in, yeah.
Never heard of that one.
Let me
Neither have
close
I.
this. Thanks for
I'm
joining
not
us.
Oh, I love getting to join you. This is awesome. I mean, I'm also happy just lurking in the Twitch chat, but thanks for
In the Twitch universe.
yeah. Either way.
Perfect. So
Well,
we're
this is,
The big question is Elliot gonna join though?
yeah, he's got the link. We're sort of waiting to see what he does with it. And
Yeah, but he has to play again in a few minutes, right?
yeah.
well, not till 8 o'clock, so he's got
Not till 8
he's got a
o'clock.
little bit of time. And
Oh, that's right. You guys control the round times. It's not like your typical
correct.
com tournament where the round starts immediately.
Right.
Oh, Elliot's putting on some clothes. Is that too much information?
That is.
No, I think Mike's saying he wants to get in. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. How about that? Okay, yeah. Well, all right.
If you get too many people and you need me to leave, that's fine. I mean,
No. Four works.
Oh, Mike is joking.
Once we get to 5, it gets a little crazy.
yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, let's get back to the chess here.
Yes.
Yeah, Tarzan on. Oh, Tarzan was just that. I don't know why the player was. That game must be over.
Let's get back to this one here with Jonah and Kyron.
So this still looks like it's
Wow.
in balance. White's a little more centralized now, and the worry is the worry for Black is that he's going to lose control somehow around the king, and it's a little airy around the Black king. Let's put it that way.
And he's low on time is Jonah Bush, so he'll have to watch that.
Black's position is just a little bit more unstable than White's. If I'm Black, I'm looking for a draw here. Liquidating all the pawns on the queen side would be fine. And this game is in balance still, but a little bit tricky.
Let's.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah.
I was gonna check in on Christian Clemens' game here.
Oh, okay. Well, this has gone well for Christian, I think. He's a pawn down, but the Black king side attack is gone. The white knight is the white donkeys are well placed on f5 and c4. The Black bishop is kind of at g7 is still, if you put that bishop on d4 or something. So I think this has kind of gone well. White has ideas like rook b6 and but Black is up a pawn, so and still can play for g4, so it's not clear.
Tough game.
Although rook b6 is quite a threat here.
Plays rook b8.
Taking care of that. Mm-hmm. Tense game with possibilities everywhere.
Let's go back.
Gonzalo was saying when the knight gets to the 5th rank, it can be a problem.
Yeah, and when the donkey gets to the 5th rank, watch out.
Start kicking.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I always tell my students, don't let your opponent's pieces linger on your 5th and 6th rank. You got to get rid of them. They're annoying you. They're going to bite you if you don't watch out, So Kyron is kind of dominating the center a little bit and sort of waiting to see what happens here.
I mean, kind of what's the strategy here for Black? Like, what do you?
Well, if I'm Black, I think I would want to play rook f8 or rook e8. The rook is not doing much on c8, and I would want to place the rook on f8 or e8 first of all, and then see if I can creep forward with those queenside pawns a little bit. But I think the rook should take up a sort of a defensive posture here on the F file.
And Kevin's
and if you play rook e8, you can play knight e4 maybe. So and rook and pawn ending would be fine for Black. So Black should try to exchange the knights, I think.
Rook e8 played, but 4.5 minutes for Jonah. He's going to have to.
The game is still in balance here, and unless somebody falls for something horrible.
And we got a special guest here.
Great, Elliot Winslow.
Wow.
In the flesh.
In the flesh.
And you need to turn your Twitch volume down. How's it going, Elliot? Nice first round.
Elliot and I had a Zoom conversation today.
Now you're having a second one.
And now we're having a second one. It was about chess base.
Which volume should I be turning down?
The Twitch volume.
Oh. The Twitch volume on your browser. Turn it off.
It's like in the screen of the Twitch, you'll see the little mute.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Whoa, that was an echo.
Just mute the Twitch.
Got it. Okay, done.
Perfect.
As long as I can hear the rest of you.
No,
well, we're on Zoom.
No, a lot of you're listening to us through Zoom.
Boy, is there a lag on that one?
Paul was just saying how you know a great deal about technology when it comes to chess base.
Yeah, now I'm taking my words back.
In comparison. This is a slow, there it goes. Okay. No, it's really it's really slow.
You're moving.
Who are you talking?
Having a conversation with your cell phone.
Who are you calling slow over there?
The computer connection. It's like 10 seconds delay.
Well, that could be your Wi-Fi.
Well, that's
I doubt it.
That's sort of on purpose.
Oh, well.
Yeah, otherwise Abel wouldn't be able to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Well, it's all well and good.
Yeah, we're the slow people.
You sort of want to treat it like this. The Twitch is happening like in the background. You're not really looking at it. You're just talking through Zoom. Because if you're looking at Twitch expecting live while you're talking, you're going to be disappointed. Right?
So let's look at some chess here.
Here we got Nicholas Boldy is white against Arun Dixit.
Now White's got his work cut out for him, being the exchange up but 2 pawns down, and
I will be right back.
Good. Although Black still has to prove something here, but it's just not fun for White. So Winslow, how have you been doing?
Okay.
Good.
Hey,
Wait, you heard that.
He's Tuesday night marathon champion.
Yeah, Mr. Tuesday Night Special,
You know what? They used to have this tournament in August, the week before the U.S. Open started, in Stillwater, Oklahoma, when I lived in Missouri, they called it the North American Open. This is way before the Las Vegas one. And I would play in it every year and win it. I had more stamina than anybody, so I would I'd be playing for a win every game and getting them mostly, while everybody else was like running out of energy. It was 12 rounds in a week. It was 6 days, and then there was 1 day to travel, and then the U.S. Open. So they wanted to rename it the Elliot Winslow August Salary Tournament, but we had some good results.
Master Chess Dojo. Who was that? Is that one of the Chess Dojo guys? David Pruis or Kostya Kavutsky? Hey, Lex.
Lex Twitch 2.
So what do we think here with Kyron Griffith and Jonah Bush?
Which one is that? This?
I think Lex Twitch 2 has a good question there.
John MacArthur.
Yeah, especially since the games are slower.
Thursday games. How do you make sure the players do not tune into Twitch and learn? We are likely not twitching the Thursday marathon.
Gotcha.
That's the answer to that.
And if we do, it's just going to be fake news.
Fake news. How they do it. They do it by making such horrible suggestions that anybody that follows them loses quickly.
But
we already know that from the Tuesday marathon.
But even though we won't be twitching, we'll still be pairing the games manually. We'll still be in the chat. So we'll still make it a fun experience, but we're likely not going to be streaming the Thursday marathon, but they're still manually paired.
I like the way Jonah Bush is just holding Kyron here. I worry about the time situation for Jonah, but Kyron hasn't really proven much yet in this game, and just holds that tiny advantage of safer king and sort of more well centralized position.
And an extra 7 minutes.
And an extra 7 minutes. Any end game, the more pieces come off, the more likelihood it is that the game is just going to be equal here.
So Jonah's picking up the pace a little bit. The next round starts at 8 o'clock. We have only 4 games left, I believe, left in the round. No upsets yet. No big upsets yet.
Queen A4 looks like a real shot here.
Hope you
for
mean
example,
for black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can play Queen H4 check if possible too. So I think this is just, just equal.
And
White could maybe pull something off with the time advantage.
And what do you think it was about Jonah's play that kind of got him here into kind of an equal footing? Did he just...
Well, I mean, those isolated queen pawn positions can be difficult to play for both sides, and too many pieces came off, I think, for White also to sort of have a much of an advantage in this game.
I agree, Paul. I think if there were rooks on, White would have some more chances if there was some rooks around.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten even more likelihood that this game is going to end in a draw. But Kyron is Kyron hanging his H pawn here? This looks like a bad move. This is just a bad move on Kyron's part.
Yeah, queen takes H5.
Yeah, because that's with check, right?
Yeah, it's just a lemon.
Oh, it's already cost him enough time to make it a good move.
and now black is better.
Wow. This
Yeah.
upset, maybe.
Yeah.
Or you think he could winning chances, or?
Sure, black should play for a win now with the
and we had this conversation with Jonah before of when you're in positions like this, playing for a win versus trying to settle for a draw.
And what did he say when you suggested that to him?
Well, he agreed with it, but I remember there was a game where he drew. I actually think it was Kyron, but this was in a blitz match. But where he took the draw rather than playing for the win.
Right.
But
so what's your prediction?
I believe he'll take the draw if it was offered.
Well, at a certain point, you have to. There's black can play here with no risk. I think.
And well, Mike's saying that the clock's part of it, though.
Sure.
Yeah, but you get an increment, and the position's very simplified, and it just seems to me. Obviously, Kyron missed this because he's thinking, and I'm kind of a little flabbergasted, but it happens.
I mean, the thing is, if he wanted to, he can just. Yeah, I mean, who knows what he's going to do? Is he going to do King G3 or G1 or? Oh wow, Knight
H4. What?
What on earth? Oh wow, he's like
balls of fire.
G5 or something, huh?
Well, then G5 would be White could play Queen B8, Queen A7, Queen B6. That might not be so good.
Well, this is what he did play.
I prefer Queen F7, especially if I'm in time trouble. It's a nice practical move. Jonah's showing some class here, I think. And being opportunistic. I was talking about this the other day. Alexi, you should join the Chess Cafe on Mondays.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew about it, but I showed a bunch of games of my brother's, and one of the points he beat Igor Ivanov, and who was the other game against? Fedorowicz. And in both games, he didn't really do anything special. He was just opportunistic, you know. They played badly, and he just took their pieces, and then they had to resign. And often that's kind of what you do in situations like that.
Okay, what's the deal here? So queen takes f2, knight f5. That's a problem. So maybe king h7. Just stay cool. I'd like to play.
Yeah, and Karen's playing for traps. That's right. Queen f2, knight f5.
Well, knight e6 could be a move.
That's true. But then knight h6 check.
No, but knight e6 right now.
Oh, knight e6 right now. Yeah. Sure. And then knight f5. King
that's
h7.
the problem. Well, then you can play king h7 and look for g6.
King h7 looks good.
We played it right away. Okay. Well,
Black's not going to lose the G pawn.
I'll tell you one thing. At this pace, he's going to lose on time by a mile.
Oh, he could lose on time, but he's not going to lose the G pawn.
I may lose on time, but I make good moves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whoop. Okay, what is this? Okay, he's playing for checkmate. Good idea.
So knight d3, f5.
What's going on here? So f5 is annoying. Ooh, excuse me.
Oh.
What to do about it?
Well, he plays knight e6. That encourages f5.
I don't think f5 is that annoying. You can put your knight on g5.
That's true, and nothing will ever get rid of it there.
Maybe with queen c7 check first.
Knight g5. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good square for the black knight, actually.
Yeah.
Well, yes and not so yet. You can still get checkmated. Knight g6, queen b8, and queen h8 checkmate.
Okay.
Of course, you get a few more.
That's an extra 3 moves you just had, and I get to play queen h5 check or something at some point. Oh, I guess you're putting knight on g6. Fine. I'll find another square like c7 to check you on.
Good luck.
What about?
It's true that Jonah's going to have to step up the pace, and Kyron's going to be as tricky as he possibly can be.
What about queen c7 for Jonah?
Yeah, except for it's white's move still. I think you're right. If queen c7 check would have been a good move first.
Well, it's nice to keep the pressure on f5, but I don't know if that matters. So what should white? Okay, so you played knight g6. At least that's what I'm seeing.
I don't think this is going to be that scary. Well, maybe queen.
Oh my God, b5.
Why are we playing b5 though? I don't know.
Jonah might not see that there's anything that white can do, but he's going to.
What is b5?
I mean, white's got one idea. What? To play queen f4, queen b8, and queen h8, mate.
Queen c7 check.
Mate is good.
Play queen c7.
Yeah, I would have covered the diagonal by playing queen c7 check.
Okay,
too.
and guess the move. Queen d7.
See, now he took away the queen c7 check.
Yeah, this is a little annoying now. I think b5 was just, I don't know what we were thinking there.
All right, Jonah just is going off the rails here. Now queen b8 is a perfect threat.
No, then queen takes f5.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So he's got a problem or two.
Maybe Jonah's being fearless.
Well, then knight f8 check.
So what? Draw.
Is it? Don't I play knight e7 check and win your queen? Oh no, I can't go from f8 to e7.
Not today.
I'd like to, and I would if it wasn't a computer game. You know, if it wasn't on the net.
The Great Radican.
I guess Jonah's just going to try to promote his b pawn and just ignore all white threats.
And Jonah with 45 seconds on the clock, he's got to make sure all his bases are covered.
So Kyron's probably wondering, should I play g4 here? What if white plays
Okay,
G4?
that's not a bad move. Although queen A2 check, you could have a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Ooh. Yikes. Queen A2
Also,
check.
once I vacate F7, I can put my knight there and stop your checkmate. But
That's
there's always
true.
that draw. That's the problem. The draw's pretty annoying. Although, draw is draw. What can you do? You stumble along.
So can white force a draw here with queen B8?
I think so.
Well, then that means Jonah's made some mistakes, I think.
Well, in the larger scheme, yes.
Yeah.
He might not have a draw.
And that's right. He might not have a draw.
You take a little walk there with his king to F7, I think. Yes.
All right, I've got an idea. Hold on, Elliot. What about queen B8, queen F5, knight to E7?
Okay, that's interesting, except I just covered G8, right?
Yeah, by going back. I see. And then no queen G8 mate. Black might be still winning here.
Well, let's look at, queen B8, queen takes pawn, knight F8 check, king G8, knight somewhere check, discovered check. So where could we go? We'd love to go somewhere where we would have a fork on D6, but we can't get to D6 from F8. You see, I'm trying to get my king out there and somehow get out of the perpetual.
And
Send my king up to E6, E5 or something crazy.
I believe this is the final game going.
Oh.
Well, it's obviously the one to watch anyway, even if
The
they're
game to watch. It is indeed the only game left in this section.
So queen B8, queen F5, knight F8 check, king G8, knight D7 check.
King F7, maybe.
And then queen F8 check.
King to something 6.
All right, so this is domination. White's playing a kind of
queen E5. Who does he think he is?
But now B4.
Why not?
Yes, we're just going to promote.
There it is. He played it in far too many seconds. And look at that. He didn't play an auto recapture. Oh, well.
Well, Chiron still has queen B8, and he's probably going to have to do it because G4 still is going to run into, well, G4 knight F3 check.
Yeah, that's a big fork.
Yeah.
Whoops. What else could he do here?
I mean, this should be if White can take the B. This should be somehow. I believe it should be a draw. Although White's skirting disaster here if Black B pawn goes through.
And Jonah's done really well keeping up with the little time that he had.
Yeah.
The draw he has is queen B8, queen takes F5, knight F8 check, king G8, knight E6 discovered check, and then take the knight off and then take the B pawn off. But maybe Black has a queen F4 check. No, he can't do that.
Yeah.
Wow, Chiron down to 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Has there been any draw offers? Just curious.
No draw offers yet.
Good.
And there's been no draws in the tournament either.
Yeah, every result's been decisive.
Every result the higher rated player? No. Ethan Boldy lost to Adam Mercado.
Oh, wow.
And Nicholas Boldy, not to be outdone,
So
lost.
he plays queen C5. What does this have to do with anything? Oh, he's going to play queen C8. Oh, no.
Oh.
Wait a minute, queen G8. It's still a draw, right?
Queen G8.
Oh, that's a nice move.
He needs to find queen G8, of course, though.
I think it's not hard to find, I think.
Well, under 20 seconds,
It's
you
highly
never know.
recommended.
You've got to play queen G8.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't play
freak
B3 without not seeing queen C8.
Oh!
I mean, I guess you can.
Yeah, I think he's
Oh, no.
He didn't.
What
Oh.
a disaster.
What? Oh my gosh, he didn't
He
see
lost his head.
He didn't
Oh,
see
well.
it.
Fence.
Oh,
That's really
man.
That's super sad.
8-2.
And
Okay, that is sad.
Oh
Kyron
my
in the
gosh.
Kyron
That
in
was sad.
Kyron in the game chat is letting Jonah know Queen G8 was holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good game,
You know, he
Jonah.
didn't have
Good
enough
game,
time.
Jonah. Very good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my,
All right,
you'll be
folks.
fine.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
Tejas in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, tough game. All the games from round one are in the books, and it was a fantastic game. And too bad it ended the way it did. But kudos to Kyron for continuing to try to find a way.
Oh, I agree.
To-
Kyron kept the pressure on
Yeah.
for sure. Made it really hard on Black. Had to find some moves and then couldn't in the amount of time.
Right.
No,
Wow.
Fiery Griffin is Tejas Mahesh, not Kyron Griffiths. For Lex.
What is it about these Griffiths and Griffins and
And Judith said she is posting the pairings in 5 minutes, and she'll have the standings updated too. The next round starts at 8 p.m. So we have a few minutes in between while we get everything situated. So Alexi, so we are holding our first FIDE trainer seminar December 11th through 13th, and you're going to be one of the lecturers talking
I'm so
about psychology, sports psychology as it relates to chess. So we're kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I actually reached out to Grandmaster Dejan Bogchov, or how do you say his last name? Bojkov?
Bochkov?
Borgov?
Borgov. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what.
Beth,
Boykov.
and Beth Harmon.
Oh no.
Wait, Elliot?
Hey,
Boykov. You mean Dejan Boykov?
Yes.
You
Yes.
mean the guy that
Wow.
kept getting mad because he was playing in Swiss systems in Europe and wasn't quite winning them?
That I don't know, but he will be lecturing at our FIDE seminar.
And Abel, I did some research, and he used to lecture on the psychology part of it. So I
Perfect.
asked him for his advice about, hey, what did you lecture about when you did the psychology part of the seminar?
Fantastic. And he's also one of the lecturers. He'll be he's got his own part because the FIDE seminar it's got multiple parts to it. Some of it, for example, is the role of the trainer and the FIDE Trainers Commission, and then we'll go with psychology and fair play. But then we have more chess in depth seminars. John Donaldson is teaching one on the study of classical games. Jacob Agard on I believe it's tactics, and then Melik Kachian has several about teaching openings and several other ones. He's actually doing the bulk of the lectures, so it's going to be fantastic. It's over 3 days, multiple classes, seminars, and at the very end you take a written exam for a FIDE trainer title. And what title you're awarded depends on a lot of things. It depends how you do on the exam, your chess experience, your rating, your highest rating that you've achieved.
You should put a link to it in the chat.
I'm actually doing it right now.
Sign up.
And we've actually gotten people register already. We have a few registrations.
Wow.
And
It's
from
not till December 11th, so that's good. Is there a limit to how many people can sign up? Maybe people need to jump on this.
technically, because it's online, you would think there's no limit, but we are planning to cap it just because we don't, when I did the seminar a few months ago, we had 18, and
Okay.
18 was like a perfect seminar for the group. I mean, it was really interactive and people participated, and we're sort of looking for that amount. So we're really encouraging people to sign up and keep things compact. Pairings and standings are posted. Let me put that
I bet
in.
Elliot needs to go research that then. So are you capping it at 18 is what you're saying?
We don't know yet. We haven't decided, but you know,
Mhm.
I don't, you know, I think to go over something like 25 or 30 would be sort of a bit much. Um,
Yeah, especially I was thinking about running a discussion. It's easier to run a discussion, which is what my part's supposed to be. It's easier to run a discussion with like not, fewer people.
right. You know, and each, you know, seminar, discussion lecture is 2 hours.
Right.
So you got to give enough time. I remember when I was doing one with the one with John Donaldson. I mean, you know, people were asking questions and commenting, and you know, you really can only take so many before it detracts from the lecture itself, right? Um,
Hmm.
so we'll see how it goes. We don't know what to expect really in terms of the interest. The interest we've been getting are from people out of the area so far, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, we would love to serve chess coaches and players interested, you know, in our area too. So,
Yeah, it's been getting some buzz on Facebook. I saw Judith posted it and I shared it and
oh yeah, a
you
ton
know,
of buzz. I mean, I've been getting emails
nice
in
comment.
Spanish, people wanting to participate,
Oh, great.
and I've been telling them that's fantastic. Just be aware that it is in English. If that's not a problem, then sign up and go ahead. So, all right, so let's take a peek at what we're looking at for round two. Do we have the pairings? We have on board
You have
one
the link?
Gadir Guseyanov against Christian Clemens. Nicholas Wang on board two against Kyron Griffith. Board three, Jim.
Yeah, I can't see what you're saying. Are you going to put it up on the screen or?
Well, I'm not going to put it up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I have the link in the Twitch chat.
Oh,
If you want
okay.
to go ahead and click on
Okay.
that.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Board three is Jim Tarjan against Felix German, and board four, Ashik Uzuman against Elliot Winslow. Actually, let me. Oh no, can I do that?
Yeah, I was just thinking you could put it up on the screen, but
Yeah,
maybe not.
actually, let me try that since we're on break. Actually,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
let me create that. Let's see. All right, let's just do that.
I'm sure Jonah would appreciate us not just showing his getting checkmated.
There we go.
Yeah, you can just scroll to the right part of it.
There we go.
There's the standings, and then oh, you're almost there.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture it on the screen. I'll have it up in a little bit. There we go. Give me a second. Doing a little surgery here. There we go. There we go. Let's see. And there we go.
Oh,
I think we're showing it now.
yep, I can see it.
So there it is. That is the pairings for round two. I'm kind of excited to follow the board three with Jim Tarjan and Felix German.
Yeah, because Felix German's one of your, regular club players that's always in your events.
Yeah, he's always wanting to play the top players, and he's actually had some good results in the past against some of our top players. So he's got the black pieces, but I'm sure he's looking forward to the opportunity. Michael Walder's got Adam Mercado, who on a good day, Adam can mix it up and make things happen. So that'll be exciting. Very cool games for round two.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna get some action. Let's see. Let me get back.
I think Elliot's abandoned us because he's going to have to play, right?
Yeah, he knows he's got to get back to the game. So let me fix the board here. But it was nice to have him join. He's been saying he's been wanting to possibly get into Twitch.
Oh wow!
Maybe
So you gave him a little opportunity there, a little preview.
wants to. He may want to broadcast his own stuff. So
Oh wow!
we'll see how that goes. Let me fix all this stuff here.
You know, you make it look easy, Abel, but
No, not at all. This is like
but no, but I
I'm such a rookie.
for the isolated queens tournament,
Yeah.
if you wanted to be eligible for a prize, you had to Twitch stream it.
Right.
So I tried to do that. It's not so easy.
Oh, you try to do that yourself?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. I mean, I mean, anyone that knows me knows I'm not like tech savvy whatsoever. Judith's the one that handles all of this stuff. So I sort of had to learn this since I've had to run the Twitch at home because I had to do it from my my work laptop,
Right.
which can run
Right.
the Twitch. But yeah, it is not easy. I mean, I have the basics down, but trying to do anything that's new or out of the norm, I'm like scared. I'm gonna have to like text Judith, let me know what to do, or have her take over my computer and fix the settings and whatever. So
How can she do? She can do that remotely, or
oh, look at that. Yeah, let me get rid of this. Yeah, if you use share the screen, and then yeah, she's able to do that somehow. I mean, she's able to do it.
wow. Yeah, I think if Elliot gets into it, he's probably going to need some technical support to Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's. I mean, even for us, because we had to learn how to incorporate Zoom into it. Because
Right.
in the very beginning, we were doing it with one person, and that's easy because you got the web camera on. But then bringing in Zoom, and then the little things like, okay, if you get multiple people, how do we put their name up and get them in there, or how do you cut the cameras and cut out the board and all that little stuff. It's actually not difficult, but when you're starting out, it really helps to have someone kind of show you the ropes, or unless you're like Judith, who was like a natural, just kind of Judith's like that. She's like that person that likes to like take things apart, like understand how everything works, and then put it back together. So she has a knack for it. So
Well, good for her.
yeah. And now Mechanics got her a computer like mine, so she could.
Oh, wow.
So she actually has the capability to Twitch at home, except for when we're doing these events, since she has to manually pair. It makes it hard to stream and do all of that backroom pairing.
Wait, were you saying she was actually going into the club to do this, or?
No, she was doing it on a different computer, but like it didn't have the same power because you need a lot of power to do it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was it.
Oh, there's a question. Maybe Alexi can enlighten beginning streamers. Oh, well,
Oh,
no,
Chess Cafe.
I just tried to stream for that tournament. I can't say that I was successful. I just followed the advice. What's that main thing that you're supposed to use? The software or whatever?
Yeah, the OBS.
OBS, yeah. So I did the OBS thing, and but I found it pretty challenging.
No, it's challenging. It's it's like any new thing. It's just knowing, getting pointed in the right direction of kind of one of the enlightening things for me is when you learn that if you hit the Alt tab and you hold that down, you can make the window bigger or cut it off or cut parts out. I mean that was kind of a big deal for me because then I knew how to adjust the boards and then how to cut out certain parts to just show the standings and whatever. But I mean honestly, that took a while for me to learn. I mean I don't pick this stuff up as quick as other people, so I'm kind of an old dog myself, so you know, it doesn't come natural, but at the same time, it's kind of fun to learn and do it, and you know,
Yeah,
and
you can look back and see your Twitch streams and how they're doing.
yeah,
So
that is cool, you know, and you know, you know, we don't have all the bells and whistles like, you know, other people have it, although we will be looking into trying to incorporate that soon. But you know, it's kind of fun to know that if you got like the very basics down, you know, we can broadcast Tuesday nights and, you know, other big events and kind of share it with the world. So that makes it fun and interesting.
yeah, I want to scroll up in the chat and see if we missed anything, because it looks like there's been some questions about streaming and stuff. So
And Master Chess Dojo's
figure out about that.
you know, Stream Labs. Now is Stream Labs just like another platform? Because I was told that don't use Streamlabs, use OBS. Is that like something like with like competitor of OBS, or am I just completely getting that wrong? And then there's Moobot or Nightbot. I think it's like a computer a chat moderator. Yeah, it's
See, but you
OBS.
don't even need a moderator in your chat, right? Because
No,
I mean,
there's one of us that's sort of like watching it. If I get absorbed in a game, I know Judith's kind of watching it, or Paul will read it and then announce the question out in the chat.
right.
So that, or you know, Moobot, who's actually that computer chat moderator is not too bad actually.
What is it? I don't even understand how Moobot actually works, but
I mean,
I guess
it takes
shouts out things.
yeah,
right?
it takes stuff that's said, and it just has like an auto response, right? You know.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it also censors.
Yeah.
Is what's happening.
1 minute left for the start of round 2.
Okay.
Judith is saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Mechanics, of course, has a following. I guess my caution to Elliot and what I was thinking for myself is, if you start a Twitch and you're not part of a club, like, will anyone bother to watch you? Because there's so many Twitch streamers out there now.
Or, you know, the way we did it is we never focused on wanting to build up, you know, this. We had confidence we would have our following. That's all we really cared about, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Your own club, yes.
Yeah, it's expanded since then, but I mean, we really do it for our own club and our own people and our own community, just to kind of like keep that Tuesday night. And it's been fun that it's gotten attention where new people are following it and watching it.
Now, here's an interesting chat. Is that an analysis board? But I'm not sure what that, instead of just following the actual board. But that would be tricky, because then Abel would have to, like, I guess, man the analysis board.
Yeah, I would have to do it, and you don't want that. Right? It's one thing if Paul's manning the analysis board, but because I'm running it on my computer, I would be the one to have to do it. And for
Abel,
us,
can you hear me?
oh yeah.
I
And
can
because I'm-
see you even too, Paul.
Oh, you can see me? I don't see myself on the Twitch.
oh no, hold on. I have to add
That's
you.
weird.
There you go.
I think maybe I saw you on the Zoom.
Hey, can we tell how do we cut tell Elliot to sign off over there?
Oh yeah, that could be a problem, because he's probably,
He's getting ready to start.
yeah.
We'll feed him a lot of fake news.
Yeah, I just
If
told
he-
him.
I wonder if he's still listening to the Zoom, and you can say, Elliot, log out.
I just texted him, so
Okay.
you get it.
Oh, there's some advice. You can bump him from Zoom as the host. That seems like a good plan.
Oh yeah, I can probably do that too.
Meanwhile, I don't see myself on your
Oh,
on
I
the-
didn't switch it yet. Hold on. I didn't transition.
I can just be a disembodied voice.
Your voice is very recognizable, though.
Oh no.
I have to keep my rabbit keeps doing bad things, so I have to go keep following him. Stop doing that.
It's a white rabbit,
Yes.
just like the song.
Yes.
White
He's busy
rabbit.
causing trouble.
Like something happened there.
I'm trying to get him to behave so I can concentrate.
Well, this Jonah Bush, Kyron Griffith game was truly, both players were not in form, I would say.
Both player. Wow.
Well, that'll do it to you when you're on that kind of time pressure.
Well, Kyron hung a pawn there on H5 and had the worst game. And but that might have been some kind of clever strategy.
Oh man, I did that. You know what? I think. Gosh darn it!
I don't see any of us on the Twitch.
No, I know. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I'm dealing with a rabbit right now anyway.
A twitchy rabbit.
Yeah. Rabbit that wants to cause trouble.
And you got to get rid of Elliot, obviously.
Yeah. and-
Obviously.
Let's
Poor Elliot.
terminate with extreme prejudice.
That's
Elliot.
funny.
You are no good anymore.
if you can hear me, what I might do is I think we might end the meeting and then rejoin.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure. Yeah, I can drop out of Zoom.
Oh, hold
You
on,
can
hold on. Let me.
Need a new link to
Wait.
get back in?
Wait, I'm removing Elliot. Yeah.